Hi friends, Jay Sennett here. Welcome to another edition of Cooking with Jay here in my Jazzy Jae kitchen. Hope all of you are doing well, and as always, many thanks for watching the show. Cooking with Jay airs Sunday evenings at 6 at the WHRO Public Media Facebook page, and we keep it up on the page, so if you can't watch it at 6, you can watch it a little bit later. Just scroll down and you can see the program. On this edition of Cooking with Jay, I'm going to make a classic. It's deceptively simple. It's fairly simple, but I think it's deceptively simple, but it's a classic dish, shrimp scampi. Classic shrimp scampi over linguine. Scampi, kind of these little lobster type things, but American Italian chefs started using shrimp instead of the scampi, but they kept both names, so it became shrimp scampi, right? Little history there, but it's a classic shrimp dish and one of my personal all-time favorites. So in this bowl, I have where am I? Over here. Get this. I have shrimp, and I've been letting it marinate in some garlic, seasoned the shrimp with salt and pepper, and for about probably half an hour in the refrigerator, chilling with the garlic and the salt and pepper on the shrimp. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go over here to the stove, and I'm going to show you how I make a classic version of shrimp scampi. All right, to the stove. Okay, over here at the stove, I have a couple of tablespoons of butter with a little bit of olive oil, and have my linguine cooking over here. So I'm going to add the shrimp that's been vacationing with this garlic in the fridge. And you don't cook the shrimp long, just a couple of minutes on each side. I get some peeled and deveined shrimp. All right. And it's already smelling yummy, yummy, yummy. Two more. Can we get one more in here? I think we can get one more in here. All right. There we go. All right, set this aside. My pasta will be done in just a couple of minutes. I'm cooking linguine for my pasta. Shrimp scampi, I mentioned one of my personal favorite dishes. And I said it's pretty easy to make. Like a couple of the keys for me with this dish, make sure you get enough butter. I use a lot of butter in this dish, all right? And then I'm gonna show you how I make, I guess you want to call it a sauce that will go over the shrimp and over the pasta once the shrimp is done. So I use a lot of butter and a lot of garlic, and I finely mince up some garlic, season the shrimp, salt and pepper, and then mix it around with the garlic. About 3-4 cloves of finely minced up garlic, mix the shrimp well. Or I rinse the shrimp, dry them, put them in a bowl, get the salt and pepper on them, then that garlic in there, mix them around, then cover the bowl, put the bowl in the refrigerator for about a half an hour, and then come out, put some butter, about 3 tablespoons of butter in the saucepan, a little bit of olive oil, and then cook the shrimp just a couple of minutes on each side. Check the time, because my pasta is just about ready. One more minute on the pasta. Right. All right, so let's turn these shrimp over till they're nice and pink. One's on the edge, might be a little bit longer. All right, I think I got them all turned over. Yep. There's always one in the crowd, always one that won't cooperate. All right, let's get my pasta off the stove. I'm going to move this over to the sink. Turn this burner off. While the shrimp are cooking away over there. All right. Okay, so we have the pasta done. I'm gonna let the shrimp cook just for a little while longer, then I will remove the shrimp. And then I'll make the sauce using some garlic, a little bit more butter, some wine. You can also use broth, chicken broth, but I prefer to use white wine. The white wine I use, I tend to favor a semi-dry Sauvignon Blanc. And then add some parsley, a little bit of lemon juice, and you're pretty much home free with this shrimp scampi, right? Okay. I mentioned some of these shrimp on the edge, on the other side, didn't get cooked enough on that other side. You don't have to cook them long. A little bit longer here. Again, let me know what you've been cooking. I'd like to hear what kind of creative dishes you've been coming up with. And you can send me that information to jjazz, J-A-E, actually I was giving you the other email address. You can send it to j.sennett, Jae.sinnett, at WHRV.org. And my other email address, sure, jjazz@yahoo.com. Whichever, it doesn't matter. Would love to know what you think of the program. And if you've tried some of these dishes that I've been making for probably now a couple of years, I think I've been doing this show. I have to check on that. I have to ask my camera guy, how many shows have we done of Cooking with Jay? I don't know. Because all the shows I've done, I know we don't have them up on YouTube, our WHRO Public Media YouTube channel. Okay, so let me turn these shrimp back over, the ones that didn't get cooked well the first time on the other side. Yeah, they're cooking now. That one there. I would say for about another minute. Woo! They look great. And you know, it's a funny thing, when I stand over here at this stove, my hood, I boop, hit my coconut on this hood sometimes. So I have to watch that. All right. How many of you listen to my Send It In Session Jazz show on WHRV 89.5? That many? Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much. If you're asking yourself, jazz shows, Send It In Session, what is he talking about? Well, Send It In Session Monday through Thursday nights, 9 until 1. Saturday mornings for all you late birds, from 1 until 5, Saturday mornings. And Sunday afternoons from 1 until 5. Send It In Session. Great jazz. If you're looking for some great jazz, that's where you can find it. Okay, let's take this shrimp out. They're popping away. Oh, just a few more. Okay, so we're going to set the shrimp aside. Now I want to add a little bit more butter. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of butter in this dish. And I want to add a little bit more garlic. Like I said, there's a lot of garlic in this dish. Okay. Now, we want to add some wine. Maybe a half a cup. Notice I held that away from me in case it goes poof. All right, this is the wine over here. And the wine, let it just simmer just for a little while. It will start to cook down a bit. And I'm going to add some lemon juice. Juice of a lemon in here. Get enough lemon juice in there. Then I'm going to add some crushed red pepper flakes. Bring some heat to it. Lots of freshly ground black pepper. Yeah, all right. Next, I'm going to add a pinch more salt. Okay. Wine is cooking down. Add a little bit more salt in here. Okay. And lastly, we have some parsley. Okay. Some fresh parsley we want to add in there. All right. All right. I think that's about ready. So I'm going to turn the fire off. I'm going to get a couple of bowls. And what I'm going to do is get some of this pasta. Over here at the sink. And then once I do that, I'm going to add some shrimp to this. I'm going to have it in a bowl. And one in the middle. Then what I would like to do next is spoon some of my sauce over these shrimp. And my linguine. Da, da, da. Now we're going to go back over to the counter. Add a couple more little, a bit more parsley up here. Yeah. Now we're going to go back over to the counter so I can show it to you over there. Ready? Okay. Classic shrimp scampi out of Jazzy Jae's kitchen. You know what I'm going to see if I can do that. Just elevate it a little bit. And how I made that, I just cooked some linguine. Follow the instructions on the box to cook your pasta. I put about 3 tablespoons of butter in the saucepan and a tablespoon of olive oil as well. But first, I get the shrimp. I buy peeled and deveined shrimp, and I pat them dry, season them with salt and pepper, finally mince up 3-4 cloves of garlic. In a bowl, I put the shrimp in the bowl, put the garlic in, season salt and pepper, mix them around, cover the bowl, let the shrimp chill in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. When they're ready, in the saucepan, 3 tablespoons of butter, a little bit of olive oil, Then cook the shrimp each side, a couple of minutes each side. Remove the shrimp, put them in a bowl, keep them warm. Then add some more butter, a little bit more butter. Then add some garlic for about 40, 50 seconds. Then I add about a half a cup of white wine. You can also use chicken broth if you want, but I use white wine. Semi-dry Sauvignon Blanc. It's my preferred choice. You don't have to use that, of course. You can use a Chardonnay, whatever you want to use. Then I add a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes to add some heat, some salt, a lot of freshly ground black pepper in here. Then I add some lemon juice, the juice of a lemon, and then some fresh parsley in there. And then turn the heat off, put the pasta in a bowl, put your shrimp in there, and then spoon some of that sauce over the shrimp, and you have yourself some classic shrimp scampi. Great dinner dish, classic, truly. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Cooking with Jay. Cooking with Jay airs Sunday evenings at 6 on the WHRO Public Media Facebook page. And the show remains on the page for a while. So if you missed it at 6, you can scroll down until you see it and then watch it there. And we have archive programs at the WHRO Public Media YouTube channel that you can watch these shows anytime. If you have any questions or comments, always feel free to send me an email to j.sinnett, jae.sinnett @whrv.org. Would always love to know what you think of the program. Like to hear about your ideas, what you're cooking, and so forth. Be safe out there, friends. Don't forget Send It in Session, Jazz, right? My Jazz Show on WHRV 89.5, Monday through Thursday nights, 9 to 1, Saturday mornings, 1 until 5, Sunday afternoons from 1 until 5. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching Cooking with Jay. Until the next edition of Cooking with Jay, be safe, friends, and we'll see you then. Hi everyone, Jay Sinnett here. Cooking with Jay is now even more jazzy in my new home with my chef's kitchen. I'd love for you to check it out. Join me Sunday evenings at 6 on Facebook at WHRO Public Media. Let's get cooking.